Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining me. As we are on StreamYard, can you just pop up and give StreamYard permission to show your name? Otherwise, if you comment, it just says Facebook user, and I don't know with me. Do give me a comment and a wave if you're with me. Pop any questions in the comments, or if you want to, you can come on live. And I'm just very quickly going to refresh Facebook. And yes, I have gone live in the right group. So as promised, now it's starting to cool down a bit, we're going to talk about the throat chakra. So can you remember we talked about your base chakra, which is sort of about keeping you grounded, and it's the red or black crystals. Then we've got your words. God, can you tell I'm due for my B12? I'm losing words now. You've got your sacral chakra, which is sort of your stomach and your digestive system and all that sort of area. Then you've got your solar plexus, which is really at the heart of you and who you are and what you want. So those are sort of the orange and yellow crystals. Then we moved up to the heart, which is about balance and self-love. So that's where you get your things like your rose quartz, but you also get your green crystals, like things like aventurine. And now we're moving up to the throat chakra. So if you think of, so far we've had base, sacral, solar plexus, then we've had heart, and now we're going to do throat, and then next week we're going to do crown, third eye and crown. There's the same number above as there is below the heart chakra. So sometimes you'll find if one chakra seems to be out of kilter, it's actually reflected in like the opposite one. So do keep an eye out for things like that happening. I'm quite chilled today because I haven't had my usual crystal treatment with my therapist. Lovely lady, she does really wonderful stuff. A couple of my chakras needed popping back where they belong, but not all of them, which for me is unusual. I think all the time I've been seeing her, I've had one time where all my chakras have been aligned. So that shows you how important it is to look after yourself, but also to remember this stuff. One of the things that's made one of the biggest difference to my health over the last few months is drinking tons of water. It flushes out all the toxins that may arise if you're working with crystals, keeps you hydrated, which stops a lot of the headaches and just generally feeling and it's good for the skin. So somebody, it looks like somebody may be on live with me. Do say hello, so you can, so I know who's with me. Oh no, gone again. It might just have been me myself. Never mind. So don't forget, if you're watching on replay, hashtag sorry I missed you. So the throat. Gets a feeling like there's, you know, maybe just something stuck in there. If you're feeling emotional and you think, oh no, I'm going to cry, you do get an actual, feels like a physical lump in your throat. Well, you wouldn't be surprised to learn that actually your throat chakra is all about all things to do with communication and whether we're being heard. So like for me, I've noticed I've been a bit croaky and my throat hasn't been great, but I know because I've got a situation going on at work and I know I'm just not being heard, and that is actually coming out in my throat chakra. So the crystals for your throat chakra are mainly blue, and I've got some here that I can show you. Just bear with me 2 seconds. Otherwise that will be beeping at me all the afternoon. So the colours for your throat chakra is blue, and like I said last week when we were talking about what crystals are good for the heat, these are also all just quite sort of calming and bringing the heat down and heat out of the situation. So first of all there's turquoise. Now this is actually, so I'm practicing with getting things in the camera. This is actually turquoise howlite. So it is a stone that has been dyed the same colour as turquoise. If you split it open, it would be white in the middle. It does have the same properties as turquoise. This is a slightly brighter colour. But yeah, so this is for turquoise, and what you could do with this is just sit and fiddle with it, or if you're meditating, just pop it on your throat for a bit. Again, you can wear them in sort of bracelets, necklaces, all sorts of things like that, or just have it around or near you. Then we have, and this is one of my favorites, but this one, I didn't charge this one at the full moon, and it's starting to look like it might need a charge. So this is a lot of reflection on the screen. This is something that's called blue lace agate, and if you actually look closely, is that going to focus? Just about. It actually has lines in it, so it's just got these very, very delicate white lines through it. So that again, it's cooling and calming and really good for the throat for those times when you get that nobody's listening to me moment. I get quite a few of those, which is probably why that's one of my favorite stones, and it is very soft and gentle. Now next I have these two. Now these are actually two, but they are very different price-wise. They do have similar properties, but have got a different chemical composition. So first of all, we have, this is sodalite. So that's actually quite a good specimen, although can you see it's sort of got grey lines through it? This is one that isn't quite such a good specimen. Can you see this has got the white on it, and actually that's got quite a lot of white on the bottom, but it has got the white veining. So that is sodalite, and sodalite is really good for your throat, but also connecting with your third eye and starting to do more of that kind of stuff, which we will talk about next week. Not to be confused with lapis. Now I love lapis. Can you see it's a deeper blue? But let me find a bit. If you probably can't see it in this light, can you see that veining? There are actually flecks of gold. So you get the flecks of gold, and they are actually gold in lapis. Trying to see this one, it's a darker blue, but you, oops, which way, may be able to see just the gold flecks. wax as well in that one. So one thing that you do have to be careful of is often you get people selling sodalite as lapis, not necessarily because they're out to con you, but they can be very difficult to tell apart, and because they do work in slightly different ways. The thing to always look at is the veins. They're white in sodalite, but they've got the gold flecks in them in the lapis, because if you were sold a piece of that for the price that you'd expect to pay for lapis, you would be very disappointed, because there is a lot of difference in their prices. I think I've got another one just popped up here. That one I think is a lapis, because yeah, can you see that one? I'll take some photos and pop them up later. There's actually streaks of gold in that one vein running down there, so that is lapis. So we've got our turquoise or blue howlite, blue lace agate, which is one of the first crystals I ever started using and I love it, and then our sodalite or our lapis. There are a couple more. Another one is labradorite, which is one of my favorite stones. You might look at it and think, oh, it's a bit of a grey green one, but if you look at it, as you move it, can you see not the light, but it actually has got, there you go, can you see that there? All these beautiful shiny bits coming up in it. And again, that is really good for, you know, that I'm not being listened to, this, that and the other, and really helpful to keep. I'm just checking because I've got a feeling yeah, it actually helps you regain energy whilst you're healing yourself. And I often use it for protection. I'm just seeing if Google agrees with that. Let's have a look. Yeah, it is a protector. I often use this for a protector. And all stones are linked to a one or more zodiac signs, and surprise, this one is linked to Leo, that's me, Scorpio and Sagittarius. So that is labradorite. But if you have a look, so I've also got it in a cute little heart, and can you just see as I turn, there it is, can you see that iridescence up on my finger? Oh, I'm turning the wrong way, other way, let's turn it that way. Which way was I turning? As I was turning it round just then, I'm going to go back the other way. The iridescence, no, I've lost it. The iridescence was just starting to come back, because I know this one's got, although paler, it has got some, there it is on the edge. Can you see those very pale blue iridescent bits popping up? And this shows you how much I like labradorite. I have also, and I've not used it yet, but this should be very interesting, is I have a labradorite pendulum. So again, you can see it's got the sort of different greens through it. And if it stops, it's doing something. It's probably because it's above my laptop, because it's definitely doing, I'm not doing that swinging, it's doing this on its own. But pendulums are one of the things I'm going to talk about in a few weeks' time. So can you see it's actually circling? That is not me. My hand is staying still, and I can actually feel that there's quite a pull on this. And I think it is probably because I'm sat in front of all the electrical equipment. So, see if I can get it to be still. I see there, there's actually a mini chakra in the middle of your hand, middle of your palm, and it's picking up on that. Now, I've never used this before, so I think I need to give it a bit of a good cleanse and charge, because obviously this one was posted to me, so it's been through a few hands and a few places before I use that. But from what I'm feeling to start with, that is going to be a good one. And then, because I know you love what I call crystal porn so much, I thought I'd bring you along some others to show you. So there we have a little amethyst pyramid, and the point makes that sort of quite a focused energy. So it's a little dinky one. Then I've just been and collected all these off the windowsill. And that one has actually changed quite a lot. Ooh, that you're not really picking up the pink in this light, but that's a rose quartz, and it's just a really nice one to hold. And this one again is I will talk to you more about what to do with these, but here is my crystal wand. So this is what I would use in healing, and it's got the point one end and the sort of blunt end the other end, so you can use it to sort of point to what, if you point towards your client, it's sort of pointing the energy into them. Some things that I do in healings is something called a 5-line healing. What I tend to do with that is I spiral one way with the blunt end, and that is pointing the bad energy out, and then spiral the other way, and I'm putting the good energy back in. So that is a wand, and this one's got a few stories to tell as well. It's actually my second one. My first one blew up. I did a treatment, I'd done a treatment, popped it away, went to my case to get it back out, and it had just bang into 2 clean pieces. Hadn't been cracked or anything before, hadn't dropped them, hadn't been anywhere extra cold or extra hot, but something that had gone on in my treatment, it just banged into. So I took the decision to find another one, and that one I actually buried in the garden. I just put it back to earth. So just put it back where it came from. I just buried the pieces in the garden of that one. I didn't glue them together or anything. And that actually is probably what I will do with that one, because it's got such a big amount of white in it. I probably will pop it in a plant pot or something, and the plants will love it. So that is stones for your throat chakra. Do pop any comments up as you come and watch this. Now, the other thing that I'm going to talk to you about today, and I'm rather excited about this one, is I gave you a clue of something that was coming soon. And here it is. So I'm going to share that screen, and hopefully you can now see this gorgeous. I'm actually affiliated to this company now, and one of their products they sell is these crystal healing soy wax candle jar. So it's made of soy, which is so much better for you. A lot of the candle companies still use food grade paraffin wax. Soy doesn't leave anything behind, is so much better for you. And much cleaner. But what this one has, as well as being these gorgeous scents, it also comes with these fabulous crystals in top. Now, each one will be different, but looking at this one, I can see that's an amethyst there. Not sure what that one is. That looks like it might be a quartz. That pink could be a rhodonite. That's possibly a quartz. That looks like it could be a jade. That looks like possibly another rhodonite. And then over here, that looks like a citrine. So if you love crystals and candles, this is a really good way to do it. You also get the option of having, instead of having it in the glass jar like I'm showing, you can actually have it in a tin. And you can also choose you can have a wooden top, or you can just have your jar with no top at all. So if you're thinking about, oh, I'm liking the look of that, then give me a shout, and I can get one of those organised for you. They're a fantastic price. And the crystals and the candles together, what will happen is your candle will be doing its thing, but the crystals, because you're not necessarily intentionally thinking, oh, I'm having a bad day, I need to give myself some love and hold your rose quartz, they're just softly giving out that gentle, those gentle energies and gently healing you. So particularly if someone in your household thinks it's all a bit woo-woo, it's a gentle way to start them thinking about, well, maybe these do some good, because, you know, they'll say, oh, I felt that candle was really good, made me feel really relaxed. And then you go, yeah, that's because it had these in them. And these look sort of quite sizable, so they're ones that you'd be able to add to your crystal collection. I'd love to see what some of these are. So let me stop sharing that. So candles with crystals in, what is not to love? The other thing that I'm just going to see if I can find you photos of is, wait for it, come on internet, don't be mean, is crystals with soap in, soap with crystals in, and they are so new that they are not even on the website yet. Again, if you want one, or you are interested in seeing a better photo of them, give me a chat, give me a shout, and we can talk more. Where did I put this thing? I had it in a messenger conversation. And I can't get it on there. It's not those, it's not those. Can't find it. I will have to come back to you and pop those in. Oh, there's more photos. That's what we can do with those. No, I'm going to have to let you find those and send those to you. There's just one more place. I'm going to quickly look. Maybe I was looking in the wrong place. That's those, here they are. So let me share my screen again. So again, it's a lucky dip as to what you get in them, but here's the soaps, and can you see in the middle, they've all got a crystal in. So again, it is more just gently. No, I haven't shared that, have I? Can you see? So these are the soaps, and they've all got a crystal in, and then it looks like they've got some silver leaf in them as well, so they are very luxurious. But again, that is just another gentle way to add crystals into your regular self-care routine. Spoil yourself and have one of those. So do let me know if you'd be interested in any of those as well. As I'm here on my own, I know it's not a great time to do this. I'm going to love you and leave you all. Don't forget, #replay, #sorry I missed you. And I will be back with you next week with Third Eye and Crown. Take care all. Bye.